First pitch moments away and getting the start, J.P. Sears. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Jeremy Pena leading things off and takes a strike. Ball one there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Laced into left. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Swinging a foul straight back. Next offering is fouled back.
That's the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. In there safely. And now a man into scoring position.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Kicks and fires.
Ball. Counts full.
And ball
That's
4
4.
to aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. There's the strike.
0-1. Ball. 1-1.
On the ground. And that's just foul.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
That misses the zone, and the count now even up.
Ball. 3
Way to
balls.
lay off that pitch
2 strikes.
down.
Yainer Diaz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that'll load the bases.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. Golden opportunity right here. That one catches the corner for a strike. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And it bangs off the foul pole. That's a grand slam. He rocketed that one out of here. Home run number 10 of the year. And that's how they take the lead. It's 4-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
And first offering is fouled off. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper.
Well, at least he's got a clean slate after that grand slam. Nothing to think about on the bases, so he can really go after the hitter and just approach this like it's a clean inning, get the outs that you need, and get back into the dugout.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. In for a strike. Good slider.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
That one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Way outside, and a count 1-2.
Well, Boog, early on in this one, having a hard time getting settled in. He's not showing control to throw strikes, and let alone to throw it where he wants in the strike zone. This could be a tough one for him.
One down, base is empty. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to first.
You're out.
And he's out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Jake Myers.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close late game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting 8, shortstop Mauricio Dubon.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Right through there for a strike.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Hit on the ground to short. Wilson. They take the force out, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. Astros with the clutch grand slam. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Jason Alexander. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, he's definitely had his struggles so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy is a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
And now, Lawrence Butler. And there's a ball. Next pitch is downstairs. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting second, shortstop.
Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. In the air, right side. Smith puts it away for the out.
Batting third, left field.
And time now to check out the A's lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Lawrence Butler.
You know, Boog, a guy who hits righties as well as he does, just an absolute matchup nightmare. I mean, most of the pitching you'll face is right-handed. So when you're hitting over 400 against righties, you're going to put up some serious numbers. I like his chances in this one.
Ball one.
Squirts away a little bit.
One ball. No
Throw to
strike.
second, not in
Safe.
time. He's there easily. Butler into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Man at second on the outside corner for a strike. And the count even at 1. And that's
Ball.
down and away.
2-1.
Butler, the runner at second with 1 away. Inside.
that's off the plate.
Now 3-1.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
And there's a strike.
Full count.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here comes a 3-2. On the ground to short. Dubon to first.
He's out.
That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on
Batting
base.
fourth, right fielder, Brent Rooker.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brent Rooker.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And
Oh.
ball 1.
1-0.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 4-1.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Next up for the A's, Nick Kurtz. Foul ball. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next
One
offering
ball,
misses
2
down
strikes.
and away.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Off the plate inside. The count
2
now
balls, 2 strikes.
2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him.
Strike.
Out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Astros, Cooper Hummel. Sears back to work. And that's outside. The 1-0. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in 2-strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence and seeing some pitches in that at bat.
That one's in there. 1-2. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
And that one almost hit him. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
In the air, center field. Clark in position. And there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman,
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Check swing, called strike. And that's in there at the knees. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and the speedy runner is on at first. And here is Isaac Paredes. Walked his first time. Sears keeping an eye on him. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Outside with a breaking ball. On the ground, could be two. Flips it, 1 at second, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Astros 4 and the A's 1. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy. There's the strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Outside low, and now it's even 1-1. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
7.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now the catcher up to hit. Austin Wins. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-1. Out to center. Myers makes the grab, one down.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Luis Urias.
Here's Luis Urias. He's been a great free agent sign.
How about this one, Boog? In 2023, Urias hit grand slams for Boston in back-to-back plate appearances. They happened on different days, but he still became the first Red Sox player to do it since Jimmy Fox in 1940.
2 away now.
Batting 9th, center fielder, Denzel Clark.
Denzel Clark will hit next. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
1 ball, no strike.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at...
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, out at second. That ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
And we're back. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Sends it to first, and they get Altuve for the out.
Now batting catcher, Yainer Diaz.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Yainer Diaz. He hit a grand slam his first time up. Diaz will handle the catching duties in this one. 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one off the mark, and the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Way high there. And that's ball 2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And now it's Christian Walker. His first at bat was a strikeout. That's off the mark. 1-0. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Astros 4 and the A's 1. Bottom of the inning. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Denzel Clark. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. There's a strike. And down on strikes. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Lawrence Butler getting ready to hit. Singled and scored his first time. And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Out to short. Dubon handles, throws to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson digs in now. Flied to right his first time. The shortstop takes a ball.
1-0.
Outside low, and it's 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. 2 out, space is empty. Inside, just missed. And that one ripped into right. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and that's a 2-bagger.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Here's the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, makes the grab, and that is that. The A's strand 1, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the fourth, and the batter now, Jake Myers. Grounds 1 to short. Wilson throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, number 11.
Cam Smith, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Well, back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
So digging in, Mauricio Dubon. That's in there. 0-1. Now snap throw to first. Smith dives back in safely. Smith leads off first with one away. On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Astros 4 and the A's 1. Bottom of the fourth, and now the right fielder, Brent Rooker.
Right fielder, Brent Rooker.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, number 16.
And now Nick Kurtz. That one catches the zone. Strike one. Swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. Deep right field. That's back there. And out of here. He'll touch them all. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 4-3.
How in the world did he manage to hit that one out? It wasn't even in the strike zone. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Max Muncy up next for the A's. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Austin Wins up next for the A's. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Late swing, fouled off. Alexander checks the runner, and he's back in there. Man at second. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. An 0-2 count. You feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
And now Luis Urias.
One ball, no strike.
That
Nope.
one missed.
That's inside.
Well, this is a little tough for the hitter. In the back of the mind, you're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back. Let your hands work. Stay in the middle of the field.
That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Next offering is in for a strike.
3-1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
2 on, 1 out. Denzel Clark up next for the A's. Struck out looking his first time. Line drive, base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield, but another hit to the outfield could absolutely end it.
Now pitching.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Ryan Gusto.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
So bases all loaded up. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Lawrence Butler. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that one is lifted in the air. Myers sizes this one up. Squeezes it. Runner tags for home. The throw is out. And he's in to score. It's 4-4.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And that one fouled off. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Urias at second, Clark at first, 2 out of the inning. And a count 1-2. Got him swinging. So they get 3 and draw even. We're headed to the 5th, and we are tied 4-4. And we're back. Top 5, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Cooper Hummel. Sears back to work. And that one clips the corner.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Gonna count 1 and 2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's outside, and that's ball 2. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Tied at 4. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. J.P. Sears won't go any further tonight, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, J.T. Ginn.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And next to hit for Houston, Jeremy Pena. He's 2 for 2. In there at the knees, and that's strike 1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Swing and a foul out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground to third. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. And a foul ball. Runner takes off. Foul ball there. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
First and second, 1 out. Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. Line, and that's a base hit. Around third. Now a long throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from from second, and it's now 5-4.
A couple of singles back-to-back. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now here is Yainer Diaz. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Stays alive.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. Popped up. Wilson drops into the glove, and there's 2 down. So next up for Houston, Christian Walker, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's a strike. Ripped on the ground to second. Urias to first in time. They limit the damage here, but they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 5-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom. And fouled off. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. Home run number 15 on the year, and we are all tied up. It's 5-5. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. With such an emphasis on launch angle, a low curveball plays right into the hands of those guys at the plate. Really good job of going down there and letting that swing work to get it back up into the air.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. And there's a ball. And there's ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So up next, Nick Kurtz. He's already homered in this game. Strike one.
Well, a good first pitch changeup there. In order to be effective, you've got to really sell it. Good arm speed, and it's got to be down in the zone.
Over to first, and he's saved. Rooker on at first, nobody out. Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Oh.
This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish. And that's with the swing. It's a strikeout.
Oh, it's a pretty nasty curveball right there, and the hitter didn't look comfortable at all. Clearly fooled. Tried to check his swing and went around, but it would have been called a third strike anyhow. That's how dirty it was. Nice pitch for the punch out.
Muncy, the next to hit, takes ball one. Man at first, one away. This one high in the air to left center. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
Now batting, catcher Austin Wynn.
And now here's the A's catcher, Austin Wynns. 0 for 2 in this one. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Fought off foul. That's the third. They get the force, and that is that. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even at 5 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. Just missed. Ginn, 25 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2020. Action in the pen down there. T.J. McFarland, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Newcomb getting loose as well. Line drive. And it's into the gap. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Cam Smith now at the plate. And that is out of play.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
That one the other way. Base hit into the outfield. Runner around third on his way to the plate.
Nope,
Throw
he's
is offline, and he scores. They've got the lead 6-5.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
No outs. Runner at first. Mauricio Dubon will hit next. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Astros, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. It's been one good swing after another, and 7 of their hits have been on line drives. That's a lot of barrels, a lot of noise at the end.
The 0-1.
1-1.
In the dirt. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Really good read by the runner there. His secondary lead, he anticipates the trajectory going down and gets a really nice jump up to second base. Now he's in scoring position. He's taken away the double play opportunity.
One on, nobody out, a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. On the ground to third, Muncy. In plenty of time to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting left fielder Cooper Hummel.
And next to hit for Houston, Cooper Hummel.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. Outside. Ball 1. That one hit to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. Smith around third. Oh, he botches it.
Picks himself up an RBI. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. JT Ginn out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Tyler Ferguson.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Jeremy Pena digs in now. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Hummel at first, one gone. The 0-2. Slider misses outside. Next pitch is outside. Now move to first. And he's back safely. Next pitch misses inside, and it's a full count.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Urias makes the grab for the second out. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That ends the frame. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Astros 7 and the A's 5. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, Luis Urias. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
No ball.
Activity
1 strike.
in the bullpen for Houston. Bennett Sousa up and loosening in the pen. Oker getting cranked up as well. There's a strike.
No ball. 2 strike.
And now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you
1-2.
expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
In the air to left center. Myers sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Denzel Clark up next for the A's. 1 for 2. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And that's a strike.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
So the batting order turns over. Now the A's designated hitter, Lawrence Butler, just missed. A changeup missing. Now 2-0. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Just
No,
missed.
that's a ball.
Jacob Wilson next to bat for the A's. Two down, nobody on. And there's the automatic. Next offering in there for a strike. And now it's 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Ranging back, reaching for it, makes the catch. And we're back. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the DH, Jose Altuve. And there's a foul ball. Late on that fastball.
Oh, it's him.
cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Yainer Diaz. And remember, it was a grand slam from him back in the first inning.
Well, he made an early statement with that swing. It changed everything about the game right out of the jump.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. 1 out, bases empty. Tapped softly on the ground, and it goes just foul. And that is downstairs. Now 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Christian Walker up next for the Astros. 0 for 3 in this one. That one's in there. 0-1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
That one fouled off.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
That's off the mark. Now 1-2.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
2 outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're still up 7-5.
Now pitching for Houston.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Bennett Sousa.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. 1 for 3. The MO for him is contact. The guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter, or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
Late with the swing there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now Tyler Soderstrom. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brent Rooker. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He sends it out of here. It's 7-6.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Big. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to be foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Now it's going to be Nick Kurtz. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one pulled foul. Outside low, and a count 2-1. And a big swing and a miss.
2-2. Whoa.
Max Muncy in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. And this is now a 7-6 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. TJ McFarland. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Jake Myers getting ready to hit. Chris, his skill set straight out of the mid-80s. Good contact, not much power, and he could run. He always uses the wheels to his advantage.
His biggest challenge in this day and age is to not get caught up in trying to hit home runs because so many people are.
And that is in for a strike. And 1-1.
I think baseball's starting to understand that those guys are valuable like they once were. They need him in this game today.
In the air out towards right center. Rooker on the move to the alley. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, number 11.
So next up for Houston, Cam Smith. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Swings through that one. 0-1. Swung on, belted. That one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. So digging in, Mauricio Dubon. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. And that drops in for a strike.
That's a ball.
Out to short, Wilson. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Oh, that's a really tough play no matter who you are, but I think he has a chance to get him at first if he's just able to get that throw off a little quicker. It looked like he took one extra step to set himself and get a grip on the ball.
2 outs, runner at first. Now here is Cooper Hummel. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. So the Astros lead 1. They'll try and hold on to their 7-6 lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Steven Okert.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Well, 1-run game. Max Muncy now at the plate. That one finds the zone.
No ball.
Strike
One strike.
1. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Josh Hader getting loose out there. And that one almost got him. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And a ground ball to first. He'll do it himself. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Austin Wins the next to hit. And the slider just misses. Holding on to a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. This to third. Throws across the diamond, and that quickly 2 away.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
So 2 down now, and here is Luis Urias. Fouled off left side. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Down a run in a tight one. It's 7-6. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Newcomb.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Newcomb, 31 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. That's in there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Now a drag bunt, third base side, and that's just foul. And Newcomb fires. Battling here as he fouls it away. Almost got him.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Paredes in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Right through there for a strike. And that one missing low. Fouls one off. 2-2. That one missed.
2 strikes.
Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. 2 down, bases empty. Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Jose Altuve.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Inside just missed.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
And that skips into dirt. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Muncy slings it across, and that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here this half. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Astros 7 and the Athletics 6. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Josh Hader.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
That one misses, and that is ball 1. And he swings over the top there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. One-run game, bottom 9. Lawrence Butler in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. (3-1) now. Headed towards the corner. Into the corner, but foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Drive, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
No outs, runner at first. Next is the designated hitter, Lawrence Butler. That one finds the corner. That's strike one.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Comes up empty.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch, and that is bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
He's 2 outs away. Wilson will hit next. 1 for 4 with a double. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. Fouled off down the right side. And that's downstairs. 1-2 to count.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
The shortstop takes the ball. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. On the ground, 2 ball. There's 1.
He's out.
And that's a double play to end it.
Any day of the week, a pitcher will take 2 for 1. Nice double play to get him out of the jam. They get the W. Way to go, guys.
1-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.